Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and the weekly sales review. So we're going to do a combination again, a weekly sales review and a monthly sales review since March just ended. We're now starting April. So I thought we'd kind of take a look at both numbers and just see how we did. And just like always, we're going to review some of my best selling items through each of my product categories. So let's get in there and take a look at the numbers. All right, let's start off with looking at last week's sales numbers. And last week ended up being a really great week for me. I think it was the second best week that I've had so far this year. So it turned out really well. March was not that good as a whole, and we'll go over those numbers in a minute. But this last week was actually really pretty good. All right, so on eBay, I sold a total of 23 items, and my gross sales were $802. Poshmark, I sold 14 items, and the total was $428. Mercari, I only sold 2 items for $101. And Amazon, I only had one sale, but it was really great sale. It was another really big Lego that I sold for $426. So that puts my total at 40 items that I sold last week for a grand total of $1,757 in gross sales. All right, so my average sales per day was 5.57. And my average sales price per item was $45.06. Now that's up quite a bit just because of that one Amazon sale for over $400. So that kind of skewed that price just a little bit. And then my average days to sell an item was at 60 days, and the average cost of goods was $4.23. So overall, last week was a really good week for me. Again, it was probably the second best week I've had this year so far, which is a good thing because March as a month was not that great for me. All right, so let's take a look at the March numbers then. So for eBay, I sold a total of 109 items, and the gross sales were a little bit over $3,700. Poshmark, I sold 45 items, so that's about half of what I'm selling on eBay, and the sales were $1,241. Mercari, I ended up selling 6 items. This was the first month that I really started on Mercari, so 6 items is not too bad. Total right around $200. And on Amazon, I sold 6 items as well for a total of $523. That one big sale of a little over $400 was really the big sale. Everything else was just a few small things. So that puts my total number of items that I sold last month at 166, and that's 14% down over February's numbers. And then my gross sales was $5,672. And again, that was 14% down over February as well. But again, that last week was really good for me. So I'm really hoping to keep that momentum up through the next few weeks and all through April. All right, a few more numbers to review for March. So my average sales per day was 5.35 for the whole month. Average sales price was at $34.17, which is good. I try to keep that above $30. Average days to sell an item was at 73, so anything under 90 days I'm really happy with. And average cost of goods was $4.32. So that put my average profit per item at $19.32. My goal is really to keep that over $20. And after all selling fees and shipping and cost of goods, my total profit margin was right at 57% for the month. All right, one more number that I like to take a look at each month is my sell-through rate for my stores. We always talk about sell-through rate for items, but I like to look at how my stores are doing. So my 90-day sell-through rate for all of my items is at 65% right now. I have a total of 891 listings, and I've sold 579 items over the last 90 days. All right, so now we reviewed the numbers. Let's take a look at some of the best-selling items that I had this past month. All right, so in March, I sold 7 items the same day that I listed them. So let's take a look at a few of these items that sold really fast. And the first one here is this William Murray golf polo. This is the first time I picked up this brand. It was really, really a cool shirt. It had a really nice bicycle print. There's the logo there. Here's a better shot of the logo. Yeah, there's the William Murray logo. It also has it on the back of the collar right there. The cool thing about this William Murray shirt, I was out there thrifting and shopping for more items, and I got a notification on my phone that I sold this William Murray shirt on eBay, and I bet it was probably 30 seconds to maybe a minute later as I was flipping through the clothing racks that I found another William Murray polo shirt, so I immediately grabbed that one, and I've already listed that one, so hopefully that one's going to sell as quick too. But yeah, if you see this William Murray logo here, I would definitely pick it up. This one sold the same day for $28. All right, the next item that sold the same day that I listed it is this Adriano Goldschmied pair of chino pants. Inside it has the graduate tailored leg pants. Let's see if we can get to that logo. But this brand has done really well for me. I've picked up probably 5 or 6 of these in the past few weeks. There's Adriano Goldschmied, and there we go, the Graduate Tailored Leg. So they usually have the name of the pants inside of it. Makes it really easy to list it. But yeah, this brand has done really well for me, and this one sold same day for $28. All right, let's take a look at one more item that sold the same day I listed it, and that was for this Dyson DC50 vacuum dirt bin canister. So I found this really nice Dyson vacuum at Goodwill for $30. It worked great. It was really clean. I almost thought of keeping it for myself, but I am in the business of buying and selling items. So I decided to part this one out and see how much money I could make as opposed to just selling the vacuum as a whole. You can part out a lot of different items and make more money that way, like vacuum cleaners, coffee makers, blenders, really anything that has a lot of parts like that people are going to need replacement parts. Anyway, I'm going to do a quick video, I think, on how I parted this one out and how I determined that I could almost double my money by parting it out rather than selling it as one whole vacuum. This is the first of a few that have already sold, and this item right here sold for $30. So that's already covered the cost that I paid for the entire vacuum. So every other piece that I sell now is going to be pure profit. All right, so not all items sell the same day that I list them, unfortunately. This one here took 345 days, so almost a year to sell. I do pick up a lot of these vintage polo short sleeve shirts. I'm not sure why this one took so long to sell, but this is one that I delisted and then sold similar, and it sold about a week after I did that. So that seems to be working pretty well. So if you haven't done that, delist a few of your really slow selling items and then just sell similar, and hopefully you'll get some sales out of that. All right, so let's get into some of the best-selling items per category. So we're going to take a look at some men's pants that sold, and this is Denim & Supply Ralph Lauren Camo Cargo Pants. This was a really cool item that I found at Goodwill for only $7. Let me see if I can get to that logo here. There we go, Denim & Supply, Ralph Lauren. Definitely keep your eye out for that. This one sold at a best offer for $59.95. Yeah, it's not the standard Polo Ralph Lauren. This is Denim & Supply. So if you see this logo right here, definitely check it out. You should get some great prices, and it should sell pretty quick for you. All right, definitely the best men's shirt that I had all month, probably all year so far, is this double RL Ralph Lauren shirt. It was a Western Diamond Pearl Snap shirt. Really cool looking shirt. There's the diamond pearl snaps. Got a few more details there. But there's the logo right there, that double RL. It's a really high-end Ralph Lauren brand. And I probably could have got a little bit more money for this one. Some of them were selling for around $170 to $180, but I listed mine for $160, and I ended up taking a best offer of $145 on Poshmark. I just don't want to keep things in inventory very long. And I bought this item for $4, and if I can turn around and sell it for $145, I'm going to take it every single time. I really don't want to wait another few weeks or a few months and just maybe make another $15 or $20. So yeah, I went ahead and took $145 as an offer, and that was just a great sale. All right, let's take a look at a few women's items here. And I was actually surprised that this one sold. I didn't expect this one to sell until maybe in the fall. But this was Orale is the brand, and it's a puffer down jacket. Really great jacket, really thick, nice condition. Let me get down here to the brands. There's the inside of it. Really hard to see. It's black on black, but it does say Orale. Didn't know this brand at all. I took a look at it in the store as I was shopping. Turned out it was a pretty good brand. You can get pretty decent prices. I sold this one for $50 on eBay. And these big jackets take up a lot of space, so I'm glad to get this one out of here. All right, the best pair of women's pants that I sold this month was for this Burberry London Stretch corduroy bootcut pants. Really nice pair of pants. Had some of the Novacek Burberry plaid there, a little detail. There's the logo right there, Burberry London. Yeah, if you ever come across Burberry, definitely pick it up, check it out. You're going to get really good prices for it, and this one sold for $50. All right, next up, let's take a look at a few pairs of shoes that I sold this past month. And this one here is for a pair of Nike Jordan golf shoes. This was a pair of brand new golf shoes. I did pick this one up at Burlington Coat Factory. I thought about flipping this one on Amazon, but it did not have a box with it. So I went ahead and listed it on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and it ended up selling on Mercari for $56.70. My cost of goods was quite a bit higher on this one. It was $25, at Burlington, so I didn't make as much money as I normally would have. But keep that in mind. You don't always have to go to thrift shops. You don't always have to go to Goodwill and get used items. Check out Burlington Coat Factory, Marshalls, Ross's, TJ Maxx, places like that. They have a lot of markdowns, really good prices for brand new products. But if you do your research and pick the right items, you can still make pretty good money on brand new items. All right, and the best pair of women's shoes that I sold this past month was for this Harley Davidson cowboy motorcycle boots. Really cool pair of boots. I got this one from a friend actually, and I'm doing kind of a consignment deal where we split the profits. I had this one in my store for a few months. I actually thought Harley Davidson was going to sell really, really fast, so I was surprised it stuck around so long. Pretty decent pair of boots here. The soles were just in really great shape. Yeah, Harley Davidson as a brand is kind of hit or miss for me. Some items have sold really fast. Other items sit in my store. I've still got a tie, I think, Harley Davidson, and a shirt still in my store. Hopefully this one's a good sign, and I'm going to sell those other Harley Davidson items really soon. All right, I wasn't sure what category to put this in, so we'll just say it's one of my best accessory items of the month. It was for this Gator case for keyboards. It was brand new. It was in its plastic wrap. I saw it on one of those bottom shelves with all the bags in Goodwill, and I thought, well, hey, it's still in the bag. Let me take a look at it. I couldn't tell what it was. I saw the Gator logo. I've heard of Gator before. So I took a look at it in the store, and yeah, it turned out the Gator keyboard cases actually sold pretty well. And there is the Gator logo. Let's kind of blow that up. There you go, Gator cases. Yeah, good brand to be looking for. I bought this for $5 and turned it around, took a best offer for $50. All right, next up is the best electronics sale, and that was for this Canon PowerShot A560 digital camera. Yeah, I've talked about it before. Digital cameras usually sell really well. You just have to test them out, make sure they work. I've started bringing batteries with me to Goodwills and other thrift stores just to put these in here, make sure the camera works. And if you do get them home and they don't work, you're really not out of luck completely. You can still sell cameras for parts. A lot of people will still buy these cameras that don't work, refurbish them, and then flip them on Amazon. So if you get one that doesn't work, don't worry about it. Just list it for parts. You're going to have to lower your price quite a bit. You should at least get your money back, if not make a little bit of profit on it. Okay. This one worked fine, and I turned around and sold it for $70. All right, the best sporting goods item that I sold this month was for this Rawlings softball glove. Yeah, we're getting really close to baseball season, and this type of stuff right here should start flying off the shelves. I hope to find a lot more of these at Goodwill. I've still got 5 or 6 bats in my store. I'm surprised they haven't moved yet. I might have to lower the prices on those, but yeah, this is the time to be selling baseball gloves and baseball bats. But this one here was in excellent condition, and I sold it for $40. All right, let's take a look at some of the best toys that I sold this past month. And this one here, this was out of my personal collection. My kids and I just don't play this game anymore. We used to many years ago. Great game, a lot of fun, but we just couldn't find the guitars anymore. We still had the drums for some reason. So I decided to list this on eBay, and it sold for $135. Shipping was a little bit of a pain. I had to find a box big enough, but this thing came apart pretty easily. The only pieces that didn't come apart were the drums here, so this was a pretty big piece that I had to find a box to fit. I ended up having to ship it through UPS, and I think it cost me about $25 to ship this thing. But still, anything with Rock Band, the Rock Band guitars, the drums, they sell fast and for really good money. You can get over $100 for a lot of those guitars as well. All right, so the last item, I thought I'd show you which Lego I sold this month. Again, this is out of my inventory that I've been kind of hoarding for the last 10 years. This is for a Lego Monster Fighters Vampire Castle. So I bought mine for $75, and I listed it on Amazon, and mine actually sold for $425. This is somebody else's listing for $438. But yeah, just a great sale. I'm really excited when I sell one of these really big Legos. I have another one of these Vampire Castles ready to go. I'm probably going to hold off and list that one around Halloween. It seems like a really good time to sell this one.